From the moment I saw your smiling face, I knew in my heart you were my saving grace. You're the sunshine on my darkest days. With you, I'm lost in an endless maze. Every touch, every kiss sets me free. In your arms is where I long to be. Together we'll face whatever comes our way. Forever and always we'll seize the day.
Hello, good morning, everyone out there. Welcome to Saturday morning Earth School. All right, hope everybody is doing really good. I've got a couple moderators out there. I want to say good morning to Buckshot. Thank you so much for being here. And also Ronnie is out there too. Let's see, I do have people out on Rumble. So we're going to talk a little bit about spirituality in our animals. I also am going to talk about fundraising that is near and dear to my heart for my niece and what's entailed for that and what you get for helping to donate. So look forward to that. Stay with me here. And I think also Lori's is out there. She's another moderator. Thank all of you guys for being here. I just feel the love and I want to send the love back to you. So let's take a look at the first thing I want to talk about, okay? Is in reference to the animals that are out there. I'm gonna actually come back to you guys on this side here. It's funny because my whole life, no children, nothing. I had probably a dozen animals, 2 cats, I think, 10 dogs throughout my life. And they've been my family. And I basically have always thought about my legacy of having children, and I've always thought as my niece is my godchild. And so if you want to take that in a religious perspective, but actually, if you start to figure out the connections to the people that you're near and dear to you and the animals, and the special and how special some of them are. You can have a huge, take for example, a huge Italian family and only really connect with a handful of them, right? Your aunt, your great uncle, whoever it might be, there's some connection that you have there as we have with the animals that are out there. And in this spirituality that I'm talking about is that just because they might have fur, the animals, the birds with the feathers, whatever type of animal that you feel is near and dear to your heart, their spirit, their soul, right? They've come here to work with us, to teach us, or we are doing it vice versa. And that is part of the bigger plan. If you want to think that we're just earthbound here and we're just here to work in whatever it might be, that is what your belief system is. So I just want to give a shout out. My niece is out there watching me right now. Hello, Dominique. I love you so dearly. And also, too, we're going to talk a little bit about Dominique and Ryan. I consider them my kids, along with all the other ones. As some of you may know, I had to say goodbye to a 12-and-a-half-year-old golden retriever. But this time, was it any easier? Heck no, it's never as easy. I'm also going to talk about AO out there. Happened to send me a picture of her cat. And so part of this is if you want to do any type of donations, and I'll get to the details with that, what you will get in return for that. So first thing let's take a look at is that I do have family members out there that may be religious, but more spiritual than religious. They may go to church, but not totally buy into all of it. Well, let's just take a look at maybe possibly 5 Bible verses that prove that animals do go to heaven. All right, so this isn't going to take very long, but let's just give this a listen here, and let's just give this a quick listen.
The question of whether or not animals do go to heaven is one that has been debated by people of faith for centuries. Yet, for me and many other believers, there are some verses and passages in the Bible that make it clear that animals do indeed go to heaven. In this video, I'm going to share 5 of those verses with you. First verse is Revelation 5:13, which reads, "And every creature which is in heaven, and on the earth, and under the earth, and such are in the sea, and all that are in them, Here I say, blessing and honour and glory and power be unto him that sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb for ever and ever. This is a powerful verse in which John is explaining that all of creation is seen as one when the world comes to an end. And animals will be in heaven just as we will. The second verse is from Isaiah 65:25, and it reads, The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all the holy mountain, save the Lord. This verse is explaining that animals are able to live in peace and harmony with each other in the new heaven and new earth. Therefore, they will be with us. The third verse is from Ecclesiastes 3:19-20, which reads, Surely the fate of human beings is like that of the animals. The same fate awaits them both. As one dies, so dies the other. All have the same breath. Humans have no advantage over animals. Everything is meaningless. All go to the same place. All come from dust. Unto dust all return. This passage is a philosophical one, suggesting that there is no difference between humans and animals. We are all ultimately part of the same cycle of life and death, and therefore we will end up in heaven together. At least that's how I see it. The fourth verse is from 1 Corinthians 15:39, which reads, All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another flesh of fishes, and another of birds. I also want to add a fifth verse here, which is Luke 3:6, which reads, And all flesh shall see the salvation of God. So when we take these verses together, we can see that essentially these passages are saying that while animals are different kind of flesh in God's eyes, they are his creation. And all of God's creations will see salvation in heaven.
Okay, so I'm just going to leave it right there for now, and I'm coming back to you guys. So, when we can't have a division in this world of politics, left, right, blue, red, any of that, and we can't have a division within our animal kingdom with humans and not with animals, right? And I hate that term animals, I really do, because they are our fur babies, if you will, and they're an energy, and just like anything else, it's very symbolic. Energy, no matter what it is that you're reading, from a plant to a person to your cat to your dog to your bird, everything has an energy and everything has a message with it. So today's message for all of us here that are with me today is that you are an expression of the divine, and that's basically coming from the throat chakra. If you want to talk two different languages, and I won't separate this. So we could talk about passages from a book, or we could talk about passages from an energetic perspective, and maybe you will get both of that out of this message today. So it's really important to understand how much energy that we are, right? Everything is about energy, vibration, and frequency, and that's how we read things. So some people will say, well, tarot cards are taboo in the Bible and stuff like that. It's just a tool. It's a tool in a toolbox, right, to help you get to wherever it is that you may get. And so that's kind of like where I'm going to go with a little bit of this today. And on the other note there, I do also want to talk to you guys a little bit about, one second here. This is a QR code that's for the GoFundMe. So you want to scan this for Ryan's fundraiser. I'm on the other side here. I'm supporting Ryan. We're in the Arkansas, Jersey, I guess, when me and Dominique were in Eureka Springs. First time she ever came out to Arkansas, and I have great memories. I still have the jersey because I don't wear it that often. So this is, if you want to get something in return for donating this, what I'm actually going to do is make you a video, whether your animal is alive or passed, something that's more that you can remember, that you can look at, whether it's a video. And then the following week, I'm also going to do something else too, that I want to share with you guys. It is a really special gift, and it's taking something that you can save forever. And we'll get to that next week. So with that, if you want to scan this with your phone right now, you just put your phone up to the screen, it picks it up, and then it'll ask you what to open it up, and you will go to the GoFundMe. The easiest ways to do it. It makes everybody's life much more simpler. And I also want to talk a little bit about, I don't think I see AO out here. She's in the Netherlands. She may be sleeping, but hopefully she will get this. So she sent me this picture of her cat. All right. And her cat is no longer with her, but I want to give her some messages about this. And then also show you that I did make a very quick video, because that is my creativity, is making videos. If you guys go out to my YouTube channel and you see all my short clips that are out there, I kind of put things together for different, very different vertical things, things, political, geopolitical, animals. Some of my co-hosts, they have some videos out there. Buckshot's got one. And I'll show you that in the middle. So this particular beautiful, beautiful cat is on the other side of the veil. And I know that AO is really missing Oscar. And when I looked at this, before I even realized that she sent the name with it. So if you guys are wanting to do this with me, all you have to do is go to the GoFundMe. Okay, I'll put that QR code up there if anybody else wants to request it again. And if we're on Rumble, I'll jump over there in a minute to see what's going on in Rumble. But so this is Oscar, and Oscar is standing like an Oscar trophy cat, if you will. And he has a presence of Oscar de la Renta, right? And that's what I'm getting when I look at this particular picture. Now, there are a lot of animal communicators out there that will not read ones that are on the other side, because they're picking up the energies are a lot more stronger here when they are with us. I could do it either way, because I did struggle with doing it with a picture. It takes me a little bit more time to do it with a picture, but it'll start to come to me. And so what I do is I sit down and quiet my mind, and I bring in the energies of AO, and then I bring in Oscar. And what is that message that Oscar has for AO? Is basically letting her know that she can't, her energy, she tends to hide her energy. And so this relationship that she had with Oscar when he was here brought out something that was so special in her personality. And that's basically what they are saying. What he is saying is that you are the master of yourself, and now is not the time to hide. That's what I got for AO. And so I just wanted to share that with her beautiful, beautiful cat, AO, doing a lot of good work. Now let me talk a little bit more about this. The information that Oscar is what I would call a teacher. Okay. His energy came in almost like a teacher to me, showing me things of energy, kind of like why some of the cats are here. What do some of the cats do? It's not all of them. Okay. And Oscar had a particular role with AO. And AO may feel like she cannot get another cat, and it's not a replacement, because Oscar says, you're ready. It's time. So whether it is a cat or a dog, that is up to her to choose for. But there is something with that she felt after he left. There was a disconnection, and basically he's still with her. That's all that I could say on that one there. Let's see, and let's see what else I have. I think I did make a particular video out there for AO, and let's see where that might be. I'll probably close it up. So here is, I just want to talk a little bit about Ryan and Dominique again before I jump into the what you can actually get, what are all the benefits out of this, okay? So this is handsome Ryan and beautiful Dominique, and they're in their later 20s. They're just starting out, and she realized she has got kidney disease, and she went to the doctor, and I'll just repeat this quickly for the people that have already heard this. Found out she was only functioning on one kidney, and the other one is failing very quickly. They are two young kids just trying to start out in life. And this is Ryan saying, hello, I'm Ryan. I'm creating a GoFundMe for my amazing fiance, Dominique. She has stage 5 kidney disease and soon will have to start dialysis and keep her alive. So this is my beautiful godchild, who I have always thought of as my daughter, even when my sister was alive. I mean, I was in there from the minute that she was born. I was actually there with her when she was born to the present time now. Very heartbreaking when one of your loved ones go through something like this. So if you would like for me to do a reading for your pet, whether they're here today with you or on the other side, and then also receive a very beautiful montage of a video for donating to them. And I'll put that QR code up here in a second. So let's see what else they have to say here. So it says this has been a life-changing and emotional journey for the both of them. He's basically pouring out his heart here by saying she's the strongest, most loving woman I've ever met in my life. She is his best friend. Seeing him go through this is really heartbreaking. And so he set this up. And now let me tell you a little bit about Ryan. He was shy. He didn't want to. He probably won't come on my channel, is what I'm guessing. But Dominique will come on here and talk to us at a later time. But right now, they're doing really good with what they're raising. If you guys could just help them out a little bit more. So dialysis is not only physically, but also financially overwhelming for them. Of course, you know what it's going to entail. If anybody out there is listening to this, the medical bill, she is not working. They are not married. So she's kind of struggling with this with him, is his support, but financially they can't do it. And that's why I'm here talking with you guys. So he is saying, so whether it's a small donation, sharing this with other people, and if you could also share this when you get out there, and maybe just ask a friend to maybe give a little something, and it all will all add up, and you guys know how that is. So he says that if you made it this far, thank you for reading and thank you for caring. Thank you, Ryan, for putting this together for her. And so this is, I'm just going to show that QR code one more time. If this is something that you think that you would want to be able to help out with, please do. All right, so let's see here. I had the QR code here. I actually saw them out there. So if there's any way that when you do donate this, if you could put TTP in there, I'm not sure if you can. A lot of times you want to go as anonymous, but somehow maybe just put in TTP. All right, and let's see here. Yeah, so this all you have to do is just go into donate now, and there are different ways that you can donate, as Dominique had pointed out to me. I'm not really that familiar with this particular, but you could do PayPal, Venmo, or credit card. All right, and they're about 9%. It looks like they're about 9% of their GoFundMe, and let me just put that QR code up there one more time. And if you want to go back and replay this to get the QR code, please do so. So here's that QR code. All right, so again, what I'm going to do for you guys is right now, and if you say, hey, I'd like a reading now while we're live, I'd be glad to do that for you. But, you know, I have to make sure that you go to the GoFundMe. And I think Dominique is at her post right now. Let me know. Ashmeyer says healing energy sent for Dominique. Yeah, so, you know, that's exactly what it is. This is a healing energy, and we really have to embrace that. And times are changing. We can't really, you know, talk about division as we have in the past. There's no room for that anymore. Here's a special little video.
Cats are gentle, curious companions who bring a quiet kind of comfort. Their independent nature is balanced with moments of affection, like when they curl up in your lap or nuzzle against you. They may be a bit mysterious, but that's part of their charm. Whether they're playfully chasing a toy or lounging in the sun, cats add a sense of calm and joy to any home. They don't demand much, but always manage to make you feel special when they choose to share their time with you.
All right, thank you, Ashmeyer, for the encouragement there on the videos that I'm actually sending out there. I just want to say hello to anybody there. But I'm actually going to jump over to Rumble and see who's out on Rumble right now. If anyone is out there, did I close it? It looks like I may have. So I'm going to stop sharing and come back to you guys here. Is anybody, and is there a moderator out on Rumble at this particular time? Because I thought I had it open. Let's see here. All right, so the real question is, who greets my pet on the other side? Oh, I see Buckshot is out there. Okay, thank you, Buck. And I want to talk a little bit about that. So let's see here. I'm going to pop out this chat from Rumble, and then get back in to see what's going on both of them now. All right, easy peasy. So I'm more than welcome to do a reading for you. If you want to try to do this one or two ways. Okay, now you guys are going to have to bear with me. If I don't have a picture of your pet, but your pet is alive, all you have to do is put in the chat your name, because you are connected to the energy in your pet's name, and we'll see what happens from there. But I'd appreciate it if you could scan that QR code. And then also, too, down at the bottom, I've got a ticker here that is working. And it's got the GoFundMe out there. All right. And this is for Dominique's battle. All right. So that's the message I have from Oscar to AO. I hope she sees this later. Let's talk about the throat chakra right now. And the throat chakra is, what is it that you want to say? What is it so important? That's the message here. What is so important that you feel that, let's just kind of take a step back. All right. So throat chakra is right here. Okay. If you don't know what a chakra is, let me explain it. It's an energy, almost like an energy vortex. It's spinning. It can spin very slow. And if you want to connect it to the body, a lot of people will talk about thyroid problems. If they have problems with the thyroid, their throat chakra is an energy vortex that may not be working or spinning the correct way, but actually I'm pointing to my front, but more people say they're along the back side of the body. Okay, and let me kind of talk about a little bit about my Bailey. I want to put this in context for you. So I had a thyroid problem. She had a thyroid problem. And I want you to guys kind of connect the dots and see where I'm going with this. Okay, so in some dogs, some animals are more prone to certain diseases than another type of a breed, if you will. In the cancers that run rampant with all of them, now that we know what we know, we have to give them really good food. So take dogs, for example, right? They derived from wolves. They ate out in the wild. They were probably vegetarians and at one point ate some meat if they caught something. Then all of a sudden, fast forward about 100 years, and we put them in our home. And now we're giving them, what I call pup cups, the Starbucks whipped creams kind of stuff. And you're going to tell me that if you love your animal so much and you get so much joy out of feeding them this stuff, that their body is not going to have a negative effect on it somehow, right? And then the dog food out there. So this is a whole thing out there that we have to now start taking care of ourselves, taking care of our pets. They are an extension to us. I was able to see this. So I'm going to take down, Oscar. Oscar, it was nice meeting you. All right, so where am I going with this? So I wanted to tell you that the connection that we have with our animals and the guilt once they leave. Next week, I'm going to be talking about when they're alive with us, and you'll see where I'm going with that. So the guilt that we have, we go through a process of everything. We know, okay, they're healthy, we're happy, we're doing whatever that we do with them when they're happy. But then all of a sudden, you start to see they get a little bit, they're not feeling so well. That's about the time that the process of the guilt starts to come in, and then they get a little worse. Now you're starting to see, okay, they're headed out. Okay, and so you're thinking to yourself, what could I have done? Could I have done something different? That's the guilt part that they don't want you to play. When these animals come in, they come in knowing what their role is, kind of like everybody talks about a contract. I have a contract with this person, or I had a contract to do this and that. You might want to look at it that way for them too, but they know that they're going to enter, and they know that they're going to leave, and they know it's going to be hard for us. They still have this massive connection to us to kind of comfort us. So we have to kind of change our ways of how we deal with this. All right. So I held the guilt. I told you the story that we're having a swimming pool built. I started to see her slow down. And before the pool was even finished, I would say to her, Bailey, hang in there. We're going to get this pool. We're going to be swimming. We're going to be moving all four of our legs, right? And so the pool got done in September. It's cold. We had a snowstorm here. I had to wait for that damn water to warm up, month by month by month. The next thing you know, it's May. We can get in there. She's not feeling good. So I held on to this guilt. So after she was gone, the first thing that she did is she sent me one dream. The first dream was, and I didn't talk about this one, as you guys know, that I'm clairvoyant. I get a lot of information on a lot of people, dead or alive, almost like Edgar Cayce, the sleeping mystic, if you want to call it that. So she comes to me, but I'm in a room with a human being. I don't recognize this human being, but we know Bailey's gone, so I can't see her physical body, but we know her energy is there. Okay. So I'm having this conversation with this woman, and she's got these big glasses on. Okay. And all of a sudden, I start to not feel well. I mean, really not feel well. It was almost like I was being pulled from my body. And then I look over to her and I said, what's going on here? And she looked at me, she says, oh, his father is here. And then all of a sudden, I felt myself being pulled out of my body. Was that a message of telling me how it actually happens and who comes to see us? I would have never expected her father. I would have expected my Roxy that I lost, my Duke, my Jack, all of them. Because I was telling her that all the way up until the time we said goodbye. I said, hey, you're going to have the whole gang there. And so the dream afterwards is she came back to tell me, Mom, my dad came and saw me. And then what happens when we pass? Our parents come to visit us. Time and time again, we have heard people that you thought that were muttering nonsense. They will always say, all of a sudden, Mom, you're here. Dad, that type of thing. And so that happens. And I'm not saying that's going to happen with your pet, but what I am saying is that's what happened with me. Second dream that she came to me the night afterwards, because I'm still holding on to the guilt. So she was trying to show me how they exit, right? In the sensation that they feel being pulled out. And it was the weirdest thing. That's all I could tell you. And then the other thing is the guilt that I hung on to because I couldn't get her in the pool. I got her in the pool with a life jacket when I was trying to do therapy and thinking she was going to get better. And I knew she loved how the water felt. But then she took me, and she actually took me in this dream, and she took me to walk out through where the pool area is. I look out, as dreams are. They're magical. There she is, standing on all fours and in the pool, and looks up and says, look, I'm swimming. To let me let go of the thought. It was a process that I had that she wanted to give. It was a gift that she wanted to give to me to let me know, just let it go. Just let it go. Everything is going to be okay. So that is what I thought was a fantastic gift to me. And I hear thinking that I didn't do enough, right? Okay, so that is what I'm trying to tell you is that we cannot hold on to that guilt when they are gone. And then let's just say, I talk about it all the time. I'll walk through the house and it starts storming outside. And Bailey had this thing where she would run to the closet door because that was her safe space. It started storming yesterday. And the first thing I thought is, oh shit, I got to get I don't have to get the closet door, right? Those are those things that we still hang on to. So we are all moving into the new energies. We all have, and we're going very quickly through the new energies, and things are changing for us. It doesn't mean that it's a birth and it's a death. It just means that there's, no matter what it is, we're going through it and we have to accept it because this is the times that we live in, right? So let's see what else we have out there. I didn't see if there's anybody out in Rumble. So if you, let's see, is anybody, oh wow, look at that chat going crazy. Let's see out here. I just want to see who's out here. Buckshot, you're doing a great job. Andy 369 says, how are you, beautiful gal? Thank you so much. I'm doing fantastic out there. So Andy 369, I still get one of my cats with me, Miss the Hiss in the Spit. Let me get my glasses on here. You guys, I wish you could see these. If anybody has any comments on YouTube, I could put those up on the screen. I can't do it when it's on Rumble. It's just not connected that way. Well, she's my magic cat called Tabitha, 17 years. Whoa, 17. And special needs daughter, with your special needs daughter. Whoa, is that a beautiful, beautiful thing that you are presenting? So, yeah, they have a role that they decide, okay, you think you pick your pets? Maybe you pick your pets. It's not here on the earth plane that you're picking them, though. So there's that contract that I talk about, okay? So this is what I want to tell you. Out of my YouTube channel, I actually did a poll. There was only 3 people that replied to it. AO happened to be one of them. And the poll was, do you want to talk about your cats that have passed, or your I shouldn't say cats, your animals that are here or there? So what I would like to do moving forward is just, if you are wanting the special montage video that I will make for you, and for next week, 1 week only, you will have to go to the QR code and just put in let's see here, 1 second. I'm going to put it up there again. And you can save it to your phone. I think you could do this. If you can't do it right now, and maybe you could do it in about a week or so, please do that. And here's the code one more time to help out Ryan and Dominique. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do the readings for you guys. And let's see, I'll get you the special message, and I'll do the video. That's what, for whatever it is that you donate out there, as long as you can help them out, then that's my gift back to you for doing this. And it is a very special gift. Let me just also, so if you could just take a picture of that one there and save it off to your phone, your device, whatever it is, and it'll take you right to the GoFundMe, which is GoFundMe 599A. I can't read that number. It's going by too quickly. All right. Let's see here. Dominique, I am not sure if you actually have access to the YouTube, but you could, once you sign in, put something in the chat here, and I would love to put it up on the screen for the people. They're shy, you guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. They are shy, and rightfully so. Not everybody wants to be on the camera here, but everybody does want to talk about their pets because they're an extension of you. How much I talked about, I have a thyroid problem, and Bailey had the thyroid problem. At one point, we were on the same damn medicine, different dosage, right? Before I decided, to do the healthy things. Why didn't I do it for her? I think back about that, and I wasn't educated. I wasn't educated to know, what do you give your cat, your dog, your bird, whatever it might be, that is natural and that will work. Now, I follow Dr. Jones out on YouTube, and there's a lot more education that are out there now. So this was going back about 10 years ago with her. So I kept her on the pills, okay? And it made her super hyper. It was crazy hyperness that came from that. Okay, so Buckshot, thank you so much. He's putting it out there. Yes, if you would like, and I'm going to put my email address up here also. If you want to contact me to move forward with this, I would love to do this for you. So, yeah, and it's just a memory. So the following week, if you have a particular animal that has passed on, I'm going to talk about that, or a family member. I'm going to talk about that also. And so stay tuned for that one. That's going to be really good. The gift behind that one there. The gifts that keep on giving. All right, so let's see. Let me just see right now, is because I did one very short for AO. She happened to send me Oscar. Let's see what else we have out there. Anybody have any questions? Let's just do it that way. I'm going to put a statement up here from Patricia. My mom passed away 10 years ago from congestive heart failure, and her dog died 6 months before her from the same thing. That was very eye-opening to us at the time. And that's the connection that they have. They come in. You think that you're going to pay attention to the signs. We are energy. Let's kind of talk about that a little bit. So if you're at a particular vibration and frequency, and your cat, your dog, I don't know, any animal that you have, especially cats, right? There's a old biblical thing. I think they would say cats ward off evil. And a lot of people nowadays, I don't even think know of that particular thing, but I don't think it is true anymore. But they know good people, they know bad people, they know when you're sick, they know when you're happy. Just they know it, right? So if you're giving off a particular your heart chakra is not spinning correctly, and I'm going to have to talk it that way because I'm not going in the medical arena. But what I'm trying to say is that if they know this, they take things from us. I learned this many, many years ago when I was first learning the Akashic records. I had a teacher that I talk about from time to time that came and stayed with me. And I had this big body scan machine, and I put all these electrodes on you to try to get the frequencies. And so what it's basically doing is scanning your body, giving me the data back into a computer. And he would always constantly tell me, you are that computer. You don't need all this technology. Well, at that time, I thought I did, right? I was still in Earth School learning about energy. And so he turned one day, and I had another dog just like Bailey, but her name was Brandy, golden retriever. And he said, you need to keep your dog away from these sick people, because I had a lot of sick people coming to see me, and I worked with doctors, so I'd scan them. Whether it was a chiropractor or a medical doctor, and I'd give them the scan, and then send the results to them, and they give them the protocol. It was a really cool device before the FDA shut it down. Okay, but he said, my dog is taking on some of the stuff from the people coming in, and he goes, that you see that big amethyst behind me? He says, put that by the door where they're going to come in. It'll absorb some of it, but move your dog away. My dog ended up dying from stomach cancer. And a lot of people that came and saw me they basically went the medical way, and then they went the alternative way. She was sensing all of this and helping. That's what they do. They're here to help us. They can't speak. It's a gift that they can't speak, but it's our gift to learn how to communicate with them, whether it is energetically, whatever it might be, telepathically. I'm not sure what works for you. So thank you, Patricia, for sharing that information. That is wonderful. Let's see here. I'm going to take a pause for the cause right now, and if anybody would like a sample of a reading, I can give it to you now. So if you're not familiar with me or who I am and what I do, I'll be glad to show it to you. So it can be person, place, or thing. All right. So let me see what else I have. I think I did bookmark a couple of other things that I wanted to discuss with you guys. This is multiple things that I'm doing here is wanting to help Ryan and Dominique, and wanting to educate you guys and really understand your pets. So if you have pets with you right now, start picking up their signs, right? So one of the things that I always thought I was so clever on, and I'm going to share this one with you, and Bailey did this a lot, then taught all the other dogs, is when we wake up in the morning, the first thing that they would all do is either they would be laying in the bedroom or laying somewhere. I had 4 dogs at one time, bigger dogs, right before I had little Rizzo and Bella. And when they would wake up, they would see me and they would do the stretch. And I would say, stretch. And all the dogs would get down and they'd do the stretch because they would watch Bailey. She was a teacher. Okay. And our pets are all teachers. They're all here to teach us something. So let me just kind of go through this. And I'm finding out that it wasn't only in the morning that they wanted to do this stretch for me. It was if I was sitting too long or not paying attention to them. These are the things. It's kind of like when we tell you to go outside and connect with nature. Connect with the nature within your home. Try to figure out what it is that they're doing. Not doing. A lot of you may not even have pets, but you have a neighbor that has a pet and really takes to you. Watch them, watch your interaction with them. They are reading your energy, so why can't you read theirs? All right. All right, let's see what we have here. I think, let me see here. All right, Buck, if you can let me know if there's something going out. I seem to be focused more on the YouTube. If there's something out there that I need to pay attention to, just give me a holler, or Ronnie can do that. Buck is doing so good at communicating with everybody here. All right, so let me... Okay, Kathy 25 out on Rumble says, I'm going to try to grab this. I'm not going to type in the name, but it's coming from Kathy. And I can grab some of it and put it into here. It says, fascinating. My dog had a spleen tumor a couple of years later, and I was told by an acupuncture that I had a weak spleen energy. We were able to remove his spleen because of the mass. Yeah, it was a mass. Yeah, that's what they do. They take it. And so what was my lesson with my Bailey girl? It wasn't just my lesson. It was mine and my husband's lesson. And it's so personal and so emotional that I'm not going to discuss it here because I still haven't finished processing any of it. And so we'll talk about that at a later time. But thank you. This is coming from Kathy 25 out on Rumble. Anybody else have a story out there that they made the connections to the human's illness and the dog's illness? Yeah, and we just have to continue to honor them. We don't forget them, just like we don't forget anybody that has passed that's in our heart. We think of them on a daily basis. So what do you want to do to communicate with them if they're already on the other side? All you really have to do, and this works for me, and you'll figure it out your own way, is you just say their name. You just say their name in your head. It's not like a Beetlejuice thing. You don't have to say it 3 times. You just say it once. Put the intention out there and sit quietly. You're going to connect and get some information. So I was doing that with Oscar and AO, pulling in both of their energies and go, what is it that you want to say to them? So or say to her. And so it was an infinity card that came up when I did pull. These are my Akashic cards. They were not tarot cards. They are Akashics. They have pictures on them. I'm not going to put this one up real close. I'll get close enough because it screwed up my camera the last time. And so this is for AO, is that she's her own master, and she's got to remember that. Maybe when we have these pets with us, there's something that we're not tapping into, but we feel really good when they're right there with us. Whether we think that we're making them feel good, but really you're going to reverse it here for you and tell you that they're giving off a vibe to say, you can do this, you've got this. Right? And then they're playful, and sometimes they're shy. Sometimes they want to be left alone. Those are their down times where they're trying to process a lot of different things and clear the energies. And they do their own clearing. Cats are known for doing a lot of clearing, so on and so forth. All right. Let's see here. Ashmeyer has got a story here that I want to read to you guys. Story time on TTP. Years ago, I had a bad hip and back problems, and my last retriever ended up with the same problem. There you go. For only her and I, because as good as I am today. Yeah, so you have to, and I also want to say that my dog, what really took her was, and you guys know if you follow me, I kept saying, well, I think she's got this DM, and DM is basically a degenerative neurological disorder. She started knuckling and walking on this But it was her hips, her back that was going out. That's all that I've ever have. I actually have a sciatica. And then this morning I was sitting there thinking about this, going, Bailey, did you take all of that for me? So what am I going to do for myself now that you're gone? I'm talking to her, right? And I'm thinking about this. So that thinking, that talking in your head, and you're putting the intention behind it, is it's a blessing. You're doing yourself a favor. You're saying, okay, well, maybe I need to walk a little bit more. Maybe I need to stop stressing out as much. Because when we stress, they are there to take a lot of that. And after a while, especially if you're depressed, God help us all. All right, let's see here. Lori's has got a statement out there. Hey, Lori's, this is my German short hair pointer. His name was Major Deacon Peyote, and he's my best buddy. 13 years. 13 years. Still with you? Short hair pointer. Beautiful, beautiful animals. All right, let's see. I'm just going to go back over to Rumble here and see what we've got going on. All right. So I know that Buck is only going to be here with us for a little bit. He's got a busy Saturday, as we all do. I just wanted to stop in here a little bit and talk to you guys about this. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, says Buck. And also, too, if this is something that you think that you would want, is to donate and help out my niece. I appreciate it so much. I've been really worried about her, and she got this. She was notified of this before we left, and so of course there's that guilt, right? Being Italian, the guilt is so with us. But this is how I can help her in return. There are other things that I have done by reaching out to her. I did talk to her about the natural stuff, but when you get to a certain point, we really have to talk about the organs, right? When it's gone too far. Well, I honestly do believe we do need the medical field for so many different things. I don't believe in a lot of things as you do with the whole pills things. That's about as far as I'll go with it. But I do believe that there's natural things because God has provided so much. There's so many healing properties in plants. And that's another thing that I've recently gotten educated on. And so, that those are the type of things that the smarter that we get, the longer they will live, the better we are off. It goes full circle, you guys. This is what I'm saying. And of course, at some point, when we are gone, we will meet up with them. And I keep saying, boy, when I'm gone, I'm going to have a whole field full of animals there. I never talk about my family, though. I really don't. But I'm sure my mom and my sister, my dad and grandparents, I'm sure that they will be there. And they come to me in my dreams from time to time. And if you are open to doing that yourself and basically communicating with them in your dreams, let's talk about that in one of our shows also. Let's see what else we have out there. If anybody wants to share a particular story. And also, too, is that if your dog is coming down, or your cat or whatever is coming down with a particular not feeling any well, take a look at how you are feeling. If you have any questions, concerns, just write to ttpreadings@gmail.com. And if you did subscribe, then we don't see that you can put a TTP in there, because once you put the TTP in this GoFundMe and you donate to her, they will notify me. Ryan will notify me and let me know. Okay, Aunt, they call me Aunt Jay. Okay, Aunt Jay, you have to, look at your email, because I'm really bad at looking at my email. See who sent you something, and do your part. And so that my part is going to be to make a video, get a reading, get a message for you. Let's see what else we have out here. Ashmeyer, did I read this one already? No. My last retriever was a therapy dog. Oh, wow. In a community hospital. When she passed, she visited one and showed me her walking out the front of all the people she used to visit, and she was healthy and happy. Fantastic. Yeah, they'll show you anything. You just got to ask them. You talk about, people want to know how to communicate with your guides. We're always concerned about that, but they have guides. Let's talk about this. I've got a few more minutes. Buckshot, I want to say thank you. I love you. I know that you've got other plans this Saturday morning. We have Ronnie in the house. We have Lori's in the house. I love you, Buck, and I'll see you next Saturday with the reunion with the Joey G, Arnie, and Alley Cat. So, and that will probably be out on Rumble if anybody is wanting to know when are we going to get back together again. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to come back over here and just do one other thing. Everybody's saying love you, Paul. And so Buckshot's real name is Paul, and I said it there. Boom. All right, so I'm trying to open up another page here. Yeah, so we kind of talked a little bit about who's going to meet and greet, and I think that is all dependent upon the animal. And so apparently there must have been some, connection with my dog and her father, which was a Swedish golden retriever. I have the paperwork on that because she was a purebred dog. Let me see. I'm gonna go check out something here, and I want to share something else with you guys. So just bear with me 1 second. All right, let's see. I think I've got it. I'm not seeing any comments out there from anybody out on Rumble that would like to, have any questions about what it is that I could make for them. So, whoop, whoop. Don't want to close that. Janine, don't do that. Janine. Okay, let me just get into this one here. All right. So I'm going to go over here and just share a couple of videos for you guys that I have been making so you can see what I'm talking about when I say I make a montage. So here is my niece, Dominique.
There's only one soul in this world that will love you more than itself, more than life, more than breath, more than comfort. And that's your dog. No hidden motives, no lies, just loyalty, pure and raw. When the whole world turns its back on you, they'll still be there, tail wagging, eyes shining, loving you like you're their entire universe. Because to them, you are. There's only one soul in this world that...
Okay, so if you guys recognize that dog, that is Rizzo. So let me just kind of fill you in on the story here. So when Dominique was moved from Chicago to Arkansas, I'd gotten Rizzo as a puppy, and she raised Rizzo. And it was the toughest thing. So I had three other bigger dogs, right? All the bigger dogs were little, and we had Rizzo. But Dominique was working from home, and she would have this little puppy on her desk, and she would, she basically, raised Rizzo until the time that we moved. So we took Rizzo with us. I think she was, I'm not quite sure if she was still living like in a dorm with her college kids or whatever, but we ended up taking her. But she has her own now. She has her own dog that she loves near and dear. But yeah, that's the reason why you see her with Rizzo there, in the love that she's showing. And that's what we do, is we do love our animals sometimes more than we do people. It's unconditional love, and that is just so special. All right, what else do I have out here for you guys? I wanted to show you something else. Just that's how I make some of my videos out there. I made this one for Buck, and because he's excellent at what he does. So if most of you may know, that's what Buck does, is he works with the recovery. I guess it's he belongs to a group where he's helping people find their inner strength again. And so that's what I thought of when I put that together. And there's another one out here that Arnie, if you're out there, I'm going to play this one. I don't know if you've seen this one. So these are the type of videos that you would get with your loved one there. And let's see what else I have here. There's more. There is more. And let's see. I do believe that there's one that is a beautiful one for Alley Cat.
Like waves that rise that softly
So I hope you guys can actually see. She was like in the background of that. And whoops.
If you heard bad things about me, believe everyone.
Those aren't the ones that I wanted to play. And there's one more with Joey G. These are the type of videos that I will make for you. I did put these out on my YouTube channel if you wanted to see them again. Where's Joey G? Joey G's is funny because it's so Joey. Oh, this is mine. I made one for myself.
Don't fall in love with the Pisces. They'll be the type who touch you without even using their hands. They'll be the type who understand without using words. They have an ability to read people better than anyone. And you'll wonder how they know. It's a look. It's body language. It's the little things they pick up on that you don't even know about yourself.
I look like I'm looking out into space. All right, so let me go back. I went. Come on. Sorry. Oops. Wow, that just went completely out. There is another one out there with Joey G, and I'm trying to find it. So there you go. So those are the type of videos that I will make personally for you. You donate to the cause, and it's a beautiful cause. It's to extend her life. She's only 27 years old, and we are going to. If everybody could please put the energy out there that you will find a kidney, and you think that it is easy, but apparently she has a rare blood type, and so that's basically what I'm asking for you. But in return, I will make you something very beautiful, to keep for yourself and for years later. All right. That's what I have right now. Any questions out there? I just want to see what is going on out on Rumble here. Empty Pockets is out there. Hello, Empty Pockets. I just caught you. I just caught you in the corner of my eye. And let's see what else we have. Yes, please share and like. And also, too, is that if you're still on Facebook, please go to a Facebook page called Live with Janine. I need 40 more people to be able to go live there. And why do I want to go live on Facebook, you say? Well, I think it's time that I start educating some of the people out there. I talked a little bit about, depending on your mindset, you actually will believe everything that is on Facebook. You actually believe everything that's on Rumble, and you actually believe everything that's on X. I'm just bringing you what I believe, and hopefully something will resonate with each and every one of you. And I do love you all. Hula Hoop is out there. Hey, Hula Hoop. Thank you so much. Hula Hoop did donate, and I appreciate that, to Dominique and Ryan. And like I said, we're gonna if I can at least get Dominique on here, because I know Ryan is kind of conservative, and that's okay. We all know everybody doesn't want to be on social media with their face up there. And that's okay. But so yeah, so I'm going to do a show on Monday just to let you guys know. I think it's at noon with Ellie and Arnie, and the A Team will be back. And what else do I have for you guys? Saturday Night Live will be back. I probably only go to one YouTube channel and also X for that one there. What else do we have? I think that's a lot right there. And also just to let you know, Hula Hoop, because you did donate, I am making these videos out there. If you want to send me some pictures of some family members, whatever, I'd love to make a little montage of them for you. This is what I do. Hula Hoop likes to do so much. He's very crafty, artsy fartsy, and mine is videos. I love technology. I always have. Not as good as I used to be, but that's what the gifts that I can give back to you guys for giving a gift to helping them, helping the kids out. And I appreciate it all from you guys. So if you're going to go and use that QR code, this QR code, please make sure that you somehow in there put the TTP in there, if you could do that. And that way I will know that I've got to do a reading for you and your pet, whether it's your pet is present or past. And then I'll do a little video montage. Okay, so appreciate you guys. Love you so much. And I'll see you guys real soon. Take care now. Bye.
From the moment I saw your smiling face, I knew in my heart you were my saving grace. You're the sunshine on my darkest days. With you, I'm lost in an endless maze. Every touch, every kiss sets me free.